Yes, guys, and welcome from me, Challenge Manager 0102, Salford City, Part 7. Is it Part 7? I just need to remember on that. Of course it's Part 7. No, it's not. It's Part 8. Fucking hell. Pissed on my bonfire, didn't it? So, let me tell you where we're at. We're at the start of the new season. You may recall then, successive promotions from League 2, League 1 and the Championship. We got to the Premier League, Season 4. We finished runners-up, you may recall, to Tottenham. Season 5 concluded. We didn't win it. Now, can anybody remember what my objective was for Season 5? Because I wasn't confident that we could win it. We were in the Champions League, of course. Do you know what? Without further ado, let's just go to this quickly. Firstly, we finished in third place. With 85 points, which, of course, we matched our same points. But it was a really close season. I think it was Arsenal that ended up winning it and Man City second. We did qualify for the Champions League. We did win the League Cup. So we also won the Super Cup. Now, do you remember from the season before last, Celtic won the Champions League to my disgust, right? So we won the UEFA Cup, you may recall, from the season before, the UEFA or the Europa Cup, whatever you want to call it. And we played Celtic. In the Super Cup, which we won 2-1. But you might have already seen it there. The Champions League, we got to the quarterfinals. Who knocked us out of the Champions League? Where was it? Yeah, you couldn't script it, could you? So the first leg, 1-1. And the second leg, ain't gonna lie to you, I was fucking raging. At the fact of losing to Celtic. So like I said, we did win the League Cup. We got knocked out the FA Cup, as you can see, to Aston Villa. And where was the League Cup final? Yeah, we won the League Cup against Arsenal in the final. So, start of the new season. Start of season, what are we at? Season 6 now, is it? 2-1 Championship, Premier League. Yeah, so start of the new season. We have done away with a lot of players. We've brought in a few players. Now you can see that the transfer deadline is right around the corner. We've still got a few quid to spend. They did build our stadium a little bit, like 2,000, which was absolutely awful. Let's go to the players out first then. We got rid of Salah for £1.5 million. You may argue, why would I get rid of Salah? You know, he's 35. He did have a good season for us, but the bottom line is it's not as if he led us to the title glory. Elanga, we got rid of Lavia. Now there is a reason I got rid of Lavia, for two reasons. One, big amount of money came in. Two, we've got plenty of cover in DMC. Lafont, we offloaded Lafont. He did get me a red card somewhere on the line, so got a little bit angry with him. Konza, we actually re-signed Konza, then fucked him off again. Not straight away. We got rid of one of our longest serving players, August Till. Vermeeren, we got rid of him. Another DMC went, brought more money in. Galana, who was a free transfer, went. But of course, let's have a look at the players that came in. We had some fucking gems come in, Bosman wise. So the first player that came in, he's a rookie for the reserves. So Calvin Bassey from Ajax, solid centre half. You all know this guy, don't you? I don't even know how you pronounce it. Ayula, solid player. So he arrived. Nato came from Wolves. Yeah, from Wolves. Although he seems to be lacking a bit of fitness so far. This guy, the French centre half, Badishail, arrives on a free transfer. Wimmer, not been involved yet, but he arrived on a free transfer. We brought Kostasic. For the Rezzies, you can see one of the reasons I went, I think it was £6 million I've paid for him, $3 million and a $3 million after 10 appearances. One of the big marquee signings, not marquee signings, one of the big players that I actually had a mark on because I felt he was a monster. We picked him up because he'd become available at Villa, was Kerr Smith. £4.4 million. You can see he's got some real good credentials, but 3 games in, 7-0, not good enough. Carlos Torres, one for the Rezzies. You can see a little bit unsure about this guy. He's got 21 long shots, 21 off the ball. He's got pace, but he hasn't got finishing. And for a striker, that could be fucking worrying. But we got him on a Bosman as well, believe it or not. Omari Kellyman, we got him from Arsenal late in June. He became available. You can see again why I've gone for him. I'm not sure he's going to make it, to be honest with you. We have only paid £4 million for him. Leo Castledine from Chelsea, another one. Basically, what I did is I went through a lot of the big teams in the Premier League and looked to see who was not needed, and a few people caught my attention. That Arsenal player and this Chelsea player. You can see the passing ability, so he's in the reserves. One of the marquee signings is definitely Andres Nemeth. Now, Nemeth was the leading goal scorer in the Belgian league last season, so that prompted me for a £22.5 million. Ordinarily, I would like to play an out-and-out striker up top. As you can see, he's not an out-and-out striker in terms of position, but I think he's got the credentials to certainly play there. So the Hungarian is a big player. You can see in 3 games already, which I'll show you in a moment, he started off pretty fucking decent. Isaacson, trying to remember. Yep, so we bought this guy. This was quite some panic buying. You can see we got Isaacson on the 10th of July. So Isaacson, not panic buying. I mean, he was available for £9.75 million. More about Elijah Campbell in a minute. So he's going to add me a little bit of versatility, really. Either foot, plays on each wing, got crossing ability, got pace, got determination, dribbling, finishing. Could be a good player for me, definitely. Okay, Sickett, he was a centre-half. He was available, not the greatest in the world, but really just brought in to add a little bit more depth to my defence. Zabani, Ukrainian. Again, I think I beat off a few teams to get him, to be honest with you. And as you can see, he became available, £4.4 million. Quite pleased with that. He adds a little bit of squad rotation for me there. And this was a marquee signing. I told you that I sold the DMC for money and a little bit of an injury, but the bottom line is, you could argue, why would I get rid of a DMC, a worldie, then bring another worldie in if you want to classify this guy as a worldie? But I, to be honest with you, with 6 days remaining left of the window, or 7 days, I want to just spend my money. Now let me show you a guy. You may recall this guy. Look at him. I mean, I picked him up. He finally became interested in me, and he had a release clause of £500,000. So what a fucking player. Crossing ability of 26 is a bit worrying for a DMC, but look at that. I don't know who he's a regen of. Not a fucking clue. Don't really give a shit. He's an absolute fucking godsend. I've even got Bita, who I bought last season, who's probably just going to be a bit parter for me. No doubt about that. In terms of my goalkeepers, now, so I sold Lafont because you may recall this guy arrived in the January window. So I was very pleased with that. Kelleher, I've taken him off the market. Don't forget, I've got this guy here who is an absolute beast at the age of just literally, actually it's his birthday, he's just turned 17 years of age, so he's clearly a regen. I'm guessing Buffon, if Buffon was in the game, I'm not sure if he is, but nevertheless, we've built quite a few reserves as well. More about that in a moment. So let's just go into defence a minute. Elijah Campbell, you may recall Elijah Campbell. He had a loan spell with me, then he made a move, and he's been real rock solid, but he's caused a few issues. He's turned up late for training a few times. He's fuelled a move to Liverpool. Subsequently, I've disciplined him, and as you can gather there from what we've already seen, there's a few players getting a little bit pissed off with him. In midfield now, Maximin. Interestingly, I didn't actually realise I did this, but he only signed a 2-year contract. So potentially giving Maximum a new contract. He's my only player that's going to be out of contract come the end of the season. Babardi continues to do really well, or look even better than he's doing. Decisions 27, passing ability is going through the roof. Remember, he's going to cost me another £6 million when he hits 10 international appearances. So he's going to cost me 12. Was it 12 I paid for him? Might have been 18 I paid for him. Might have been 6 million after 10 league appearances. But this is why I sold. The reason of him doing so well. The reason I sold Gus Till, because I had so many players coming in as well. Let's continue in midfield then. Nimia, I think he needs a new contract. Yeah, he's going to need a new contract as well. And just look at him, what he's turning into. I am going to do the contracts after the window closes. Yamel continues to do fucking amazing for me. Atta, look at Atta, looks... I mean, I don't know, it's easy to get sidetracked by a player who's got some big attributes like dribbling and decisions, but nothing else really balances it. and that is the issue. Langoni, remember, that's the guy I thought was Messi, but it wasn't. He's going to have to fight for his place. Remember Marino. So you may have actually, I've just thought, there's a player that I'm missing that you didn't see that I'd sold, and I must go to it because I sold him to America, Cade Gordon. Now there is a reason I sold Cade Gordon. One, he's injury prone, as you can see. Whether that's climbed up to 15, I don't know, but he kept losing fitness in games. And the bottom line is, in terms of midfield, Marino is still the bollocks. He's going to cost me another £8 million when he makes 3 more appearances for Argentina. So, and obviously NATO arriving was great. I do want another player. We'll come to that in a moment. So we've got right. Okay. So that is all that. Let's have a quick gander at the reserves. We've got some really good players coming through. This, of course, bear in mind, you've obviously already gathered I've had 3 games of this season. So this obviously confirms that I have signed a new 1-year contract. I think we all do it, don't we? When we get a few players coming on the bottom and you do this, you go fucking yes, get in there. Can't wait for July for the window to open. And that's really prompted me. And the fact that I didn't win the title really spurs me on in a way. So a new 1-year contract for me. We've still got a few shit players that I'd like to get rid of. Billy Gilmore is still in the reserves. The Russian spies, the centre halves, they're in reserves. Gittins, he's gone on the market at his own request because he dislikes Elijah Campbell. Fuck him, is what I say. But we have got some really good players, coming through. Definitely. Okay, so let's take a look now. I've got a few targets that I'm looking at. Now, I've had targets all fucking season. And as you can see, I've got £87 million to spend. There's a question as to who do I really want. You can see, look who's interested in me. The great Erling Haaland. Have I already got him on my shortlist? No, I haven't. So what we'll do is we'll have a week or so, and we'll see if we can get a couple of continues in. Let's just, if Haaland was to join, then I would chop and change a few things up a little bit. Kylian Mbappe, I knew he was interested. He is already on my market. He is already on my shortlist, sorry. I'm going to chuck a new £80 million bid in for Kylian Mbappe. I thought I had another striker on my radar, but clearly I haven't. I could have swore I had. Brian Brobbery, is he still going? See, Brian Brobbery, yeah, he hasn't really done much, has he? He has scored goals for Ajax. I don't know, what's your views on Brian Brobbery? I'm going to add him to my shortlist. I could get him for £27 million. So, let me just, before I go any further, let me just do that quickly. And I think, let's just see. That's who I was looking at. I thought I had him on my I have got him on my shortlist. So there you see, 29 finishing, 30 off the ball. I don't even know who the fuck Rory Wilson is supposed to be. Is he a regen? He clearly started at Aston Villa. But 1 game, 3 goals. I've got to stick a huge fucking bid in for this guy, haven't I? He's still young, so I don't know. 43 million pounds. We'll see what we can get. He's a good player, isn't he? He's a fucking great player. Again, another solid player there. I'm just looking at all these guys with finishing ability. Whoever the fuck he is, Zach Emerson. I don't even think he's a regen. I think he's a natural player. Look at him. He's a fucking monster. Quality player there, Will Lancashire. There is some really, really solid players. Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez, is he an option for me? A good season over here, didn't he? Season 4, 31 goals. He's not unhappy though, is he? Okay, so yeah, we'll go from there. We'll tell you what to do. So the three games we've had so far. We had the Champions League qualifier. We had to play young boys, as you can see. Convincingly, dominated them, but only just scraped the win. But we did come good. Oh no, we haven't had the second leg. What are we talking about? Prick. Well, we'll have that game now, won't we? So Aston Villa 1-0. So we've had a great start to the league. So obviously, yeah, we've got young boys then. I didn't even realise. Okay, so without further ado, Nimia is my captain. The reason I made Nimia my captain is because Elijah Campbell's getting on my nerves. So let's go straight into the second leg of the Champions League. We'll play to the window shut, shall we? In the hope that we maybe do get a get another player in. I mean, 87 million to spend. You'd think we should get a little bit for qualifying for the Champions League, shouldn't we, as well? Just to top that up a little bit. I needed that goal. Needed the away goal to try and cancel out their away goal. I know away goal rules don't count in real life anymore, but on this version they do. That's an interesting one with the new update, if they'll abolish that to reflect real life. I would say they will, and I would say it's possible. So Marino, good stuff, although we haven't really been convincing, have we? Yeah, so it was heartbreaking against Celtic in the Champions League. I mean, it's almost like they got their own back after losing the Super Cup. They did get knocked out of the Champions League in the semi-finals to Bayern Munich, who went on to win it. Here we go, game over. So Nemeth, like I said, I moved Nemeth up top. I wouldn't normally. I see an attacking midfielder forward, and I always like to play an out-and-out striker. But the bottom line is, and this is what I've done wrong on CM over the years, is I've got to really reflect their attributes to where I'm going to play them. And he is, he's certainly. I mean, he could play in either. To be honest with you, he's got dribbling, finishing. But my point is, he won't. I don't think he'll fall short. Yes, I can look in the editor and see where his best position is, if it's up top or if it's behind. But I don't really like to do that, in all honesty. Okay, so just really quickly. I don't think I said this in the last video. I've reworked the tactic a little bit. And that is actually reflected in my middleman tactic. I've changed the arrows a little bit to reflect the speed freak I had, so I've called it Middle Beast. Don't ask me where these fucking names come from. So that is my current setup. I'm going to bring Attar. No, you see, he's got a passing of 13, so he probably don't even warrant it. Yep. Okay, how is that pronounced? Hossam Aour? When he came available, I think he's on big wages. When he came available, I was really pleased. I didn't realise he was 29, but if I can get a couple of years out of him, I'll be really pleased. I say a couple of years, I'm speaking as if I'm going to be here for the long haul. So it looks like we are going to make it to the group stages, and we will see in a moment who we have got in that group stage. The objective, of course, is to get beyond the quarter-finals. There is a red card. Okay, I mean, to be honest, that hasn't been a convincing display. I expected better, I really did. But nevertheless, we got a third goal. So nevertheless, convincing performance. Marino became captain, obviously. Somebody asked me, right, make sure your captain can speak English. Now, whether that makes a difference, I don't know, but that is why I had Elijah Campbell as my captain originally, and that is why I moved Nimia, because he could speak English, and obviously I forgot, and when I took him off, Marino took the armband. I'm not sure a 20-year-old captain is the correct procedure. Let's see who we've got in our group. We will be with Copenhagen, Ferencváros and Real Madrid. Okay, I'm confident on that to make it to the second phase. And more importantly, 92 million. So we've got a little bit more money to spend there. Okay, so I mean, I don't really think I need a goalkeeper, because I think my young kid in the reserves could potentially come in if need be. I think we have got plenty of support and options in DMC. If worst case scenario, Castledine or Bosanic or Ayusa, who was there last season, I believe, could come in. What I will do very quickly. Oh no! We won't do that yet. We'll wait till the 27th, because after the 27th. Ooh, what's that? I forgot I had an offer in for him. Okay, I'm not sure about that one now, to be honest with you, for the simple reason I've got a lot more money to spend than what I thought, and I would rather try and get one of those ridiculous strikers in. Okay. Yes, on the 27th we should get some regens in. Now I've heard a rumour. In fact I saw it. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo has retired at the age of 41, which of course does mean his regen's going to be about. Now, obviously, remember that I've got on my school patch. It's it condenses them down to 180 PAs. So hopefully, I don't want to be using no fucking CM Scout or GPF or anything like that. I only want to use the tools that are available. Ooh, look at that. Get a little bit of a semi on here. I don't know, if I'm honest with you. I don't know if it's going to be worth £43 million. If I can get an offer for Mbappe or Haaland, agreed. Oh, I don't know. We're pushing it, aren't we? We are pushing it on in terms of the date. Right, so this is always a long continue, remember. And just to reiterate something I've said previously, your long continues are always certain dates, and the 27th of August is one of them, as I believe that is when regens come in. They do come in at various other times as well, but predominantly 27th of August, and I think you get some at the 31st of December as well, something like that. So I'm hopeful I can locate Ronaldo's regen. Now, when I do the school search, I'm hoping I'm going to find Ronaldo. Now, he's either going to be at a club or arrive at someone's youth academy in Portugal, or he'll be on a free transfer. If he's at a club, I'm not going to get him straight away, by no means. But it does mean I can locate him and keep track of him. I have still got the Messi regen on my radar, the proper Messi regen, who someone rightly so pointed out that I didn't already have him. And he was interested in me for a period of time, but I just couldn't get a deal over the line. So I was a little bit annoyed at that, to be honest with you. All being well, guys, I'll probably get a few videos in this week. A little bit of hassle at work. I'm not there anymore. But so I'm going to try and make the best of the bad situation and try and do a few additional videos. You'll notice a lot of my videos on this Salford save, they're never just an update anymore, are they? I always play a week or so, but I forgot where I was at. I actually thought I was at the start of the season. I didn't realise I'd played a few games. Now, the truth be told, right, I was going to play my game. And I said to my wife, I can't really play it. She goes, why not? I says, because I need to do a video on it. I don't really, because I've played so much. Right. Right, okay. I knew I had some deals in the pipeline. Now, I don't need a DMC anymore. I'm going to pull out of that one. Oh, they rejected the Haaland offer. Bastards. I mean, would you pay 88 million for Haaland? Okay, so I'll wait until we got past the 27th. Okay, let's have a quick look now then at school. I will do school quite frequently. Some of which I've already got on my shortlist, like him. And I've made notes on him. I don't know who he is, but he must have just arrived. I don't know, 3 games, maybe not. Okay, I'm not adding a right back. He's already there. Sands. I think he's already there. Yeah. Hank is. See, Hank, I don't know. I'll add him because you don't know how well they could turn out. This guy chose Angus ahead of me. I was looking at getting him for £11 million. So fuck him. That's got to be him, isn't it? Now, balance 2015-19. Now, I don't know if that is Ronaldo, to be honest with you. For the simple reason, I thought he was a forward. I could be wrong. But right, he's only got a 1-year contract, which is whoever the fuck he is, which is great news. So we'll just do that quickly. Okay. Now, who's that? Do you know who that could be? I'm going to have to check this. I'm going to check something in a second. Add these guys. He's already on my shortlist. And Nito is as well. No. Oh, he moved. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. I knew he was available. So he's moved to... right, okay. Who else could that be then? Ah, it's got to be Eden Hazard then, isn't it? It's got to be Eden Hazard, surely. Where is he? I'm guessing Eden Hazard. Okay. So, well... Oh, little bit more P here. Kylian Mbappe, they've accepted the offer. £80 million. £80 fucking million. I'm being fucking stupid, aren't I? I'm being absolutely stupid. Do you like the way my wife has just put like her thumb up to me, holding her cup of tea in the air? I mean, how this was a deal. I had to make a quick cup of tea in order for me to do my video, and I had to set up the headphones for her on the laptop. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to make terms. I'm not going to. I'm going to struggle to make terms here, aren't I? Something else, really quickly. Another patch I've got installed on this. You might have worked it out already. So you know when you offer a contract. Now you know if you've offered the wrong thing, right? You've got to wait 2 weeks or so. So it's instant. Okay, so if, you know, we all make that fuck up sometimes, don't we? I'm going to offer him additional bonuses in order to get a deal over the line. We've got 3 days to get a deal over the line. I mean, in real life, I think Mbappe is an amazing player. However, I also think he's a cunt. I think he's a little bastard. I think he's a dirty, cheating bastard. But he is a great player. Right, okay, so let's see. Have we got any more games? We'll have the Spurs game. That's going to be a difficult looking tie. Hang on, who's finished? Let me just check something. I just thought it might have been Spurs that finished. No, Spurs finished 4th. The title race was really fucking epic, to be honest with you. I've got to be honest with you, going to Spurs, I'm not confident. Oh my god. Rory Wilson's a great terms. Now, Rory Wilson or Kylian Mbappe? I think what we've got to do, we've just got to do that for a minute. Either way, just going to do that for a minute. I'm sure they're going to say Mbappe. Mbappe all the way. Okay. Okay. We've all got a couple of days here. Okay, we've got a game. We're going to play it as it is. In fact, I'm going to make one change, something that should have already been the case. So, Seaworld, the Austrian. I just like the look of him, and Nimi, don't you panic. I will considering your options. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, you cheeky bastard? Maxman had a great season for me last season, so you know, I really considering giving him a new contract. Here we go then. I'm really not confident. Here we go. Spurs against Salford. We will save right after the window closes, guys. Or if that Mbappe deal comes over the line. And we are winning. Marino again. This is why I sold Cade Gordon, because I was playing Marino on the left and Cade Gordon on the right, but he's left-footed Cade Gordon. And I'm not, I don't know, I call it an OCD. I don't really like doing that, if I'm truly honest with you. Okay, convincing first half, but still a long way to go. It's too much white writing for my fucking liking. No one's carrying. I mean, Kerr Smith, for fuck's sake. Sort yourself out. They're going to feel they deserve a draw from this at least. Oh, come on. We're living on tender hooks here. Here we go. Fucking hell. Maybe we didn't deserve it, but solid result. And that fucking DMC, look at him. Another one of the, I say, flaws on the update. When you name your Champions League squad, firstly, anybody under 22, not 20 as it is on the ODB, anyone under the age of 22, you don't have to name. But for some reason on the update, it don't matter who you name, everyone's available to you unless they are cup tied, I believe. It's all a little bit messed up, to be honest with you. Okay, we ain't got that sort of money, so fuck you. We got 2 days. Oh, there it is. You can all see it, can't we? We can all see it. Kylian Mbappe, £80 million, will join Salford. How do you like that? Kylian Mbappe is at Salford. He's 28. He's in the prime of his career. And I won't rest yet until I see it go through. Fucking medicals and all that sort of shit. Oh, there you go. There he is. Kylian Mbappe. £230,000 a week. How do you like that? And he hasn't played in the Champions League. So now begs the question, who plays where? Nemeth, 5 games, 5 goals. Can you really grumble at that? Rory Wilson, sorry, but it looks like it's the end of the road for you. So, I mean, obviously, in terms of the player comparison, they say Kylian Mbappe is a better player all round. Yamal, do you know what? Someone's got to make way for Kylian Mbappe. My wife in the corner is saying I should not have brought Mbappe because she don't like him. I'm sure she's got her reasons. So it could well be Nimiar, to be honest with you. Considering Nimiar, I mean, he's got a dribbling of 27, but I could potentially. Do you know what? You look at Nimiar, right, and then you know they're saying that Nimiar is a better winger and a better attacking midfielder. Well, do you know what? It's going to be a while before I actually do this because I mean it could even be Babardi. Let's just check Nimiar and Babardi. So you're saying Nimiar, so it could well be Babardi. And I move Nimiar back, and fucking hell! This is going to be a tricky one, isn't it? I mean, but before I play my next game, I'm gonna save anyway. So you guys can tell me, where does Mbappe fit in my lineup? So we've got no more money to spend. Obviously, we spent £174 million, and we have got quite the. I'm not going to give Nimiar a contract just yet. Let's actually. Oh, 1 minute, guys. Okay, he can fuck off. He's one of my Russian spies. Do you know? I was looking at that. Oh no, it's not that Tsar. Right, okay. Cole Palmer. Of course, he ended up back at Man City. I remember us having Cole Palmer. Cunt. Okay. So we will get to the transfer deadline and we will get over the line. Now, what I'm going to do very, very quickly. First of all, with that money that's just come in, I doubt that's bumped us up a little bit. No, of course it hasn't. Right, so what I'm going to do very, very quickly. You all know what Sedgeford is. No one on that? No. Oh, Jan Sommer. Oh, it's 38. Fucking hell. You forget really sometimes what season you're in. And I see Jan Sommer and I think, ooh. So let's just see if there's just anything on the scrap heap that we could get. I mean, they're all going to be aging, aren't they? We're not going to find. I don't think we're going to find it. Okay. Who's David Smith? Do you know what? Should we try and pick him up for the Rezzies? You never know. Okay. We'll try and get him for the Rezzies as well. I don't even know who he is. Okay. I don't know. I think all these no-club players, remember, they all have PAs of 160, I think it is. You'll notice I'm capping it at £2,000, and the bottom line is, if they don't like that, they can fuck right off. Bother you, don't rate you. Nah, he's alright actually, and I could do with a third goalkeeper, so... Okay. These deals have got to get put in before the window shuts, which is going to be in a day. I don't even think... I mean, I'm not really too fussed about them as such. Yep. Yep. Nah, not good enough by no means. I'm definitely going to be putting in a bid for him. I'm going to try and get him on £2,000 though, just to keep him in line. I mean, he's certainly a much better player. Okay, fuck it. Here we go then. 1 day left of the transfer deadline. I'm just going to hope that they agree terms and I can confirm it. Right. Not looking promising, is it? I'm sorry, Delgado, but we no longer have the money. See, this is what bugs me. That's what bugs me. It is considered that Elijah Campbell shouldn't be a member of the squad. Yes, I could sell him, and no doubt Liverpool would come in. But I don't want to sell a player who has got positioning 24, decisions 27, anticipation 22. He's still got 3 years left on his contract with me, so... Well, the deadline's gone then. Okay, so Roy Wilson, that's gone. Okay, so we're going to have to make a fresh bid in for David Smith. Do you know what? We're going to have to just put all these offers in again. It looks like. I thought we might have actually got to them, to be honest with you. So I'm only going to offer 2,000. Yeah, they're fucking bastards, aren't they? But what I am also going to do... Okay. Well, that's gone out the window. I'm not even going to bother with that guy. Okay. And who's next? Is this yeah, that's a sentiment. This is the last one, isn't it? I am also going to have a real quick... Just give him a little bit more. And let's have a quick look at our third round draw. Oh my god. Manchester City in the League Cup. So what I was going to do is I was just going to look at my my listed players. Gilmore, that's just before we save. He's worth 7. I mean, I've listed him at £3.5 million. Ballard, he never really had any chance of me, and it never really gave him much of a chance. I don't even know who Black is. He's in the reserves. Yang, he can go. Don't even know who he is. I think he's that winger, isn't he? Yeah, he's fucking. See, we've got some players. Okay. Right. Okay. So, should we just have a continue or two? Shock horror. Oh, God. So, I still need to make a decision. It's the Mbappe thing that's got me, to be honest with you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it here, guys. And hopefully, before I play it next, one of you guys can let me know where Mbappe is playing. Part of me thinks he's got to play up top, but then Nemeth needs to play. Nemeth needs to play. Yamel needs to play. You know, do you know what? It could be that Nemeth. I said about getting rid of Babardi, didn't I? Not getting rid of him, but it could be that Nemeth moves into the centre of midfield, and then Mbappe goes up top. But let me just have a quick gander at a few things then. So contract expiry, we said about St Maximum is the only player who's out of contract. I will maybe look at giving some new contracts to those 3 players. Maybe Elijah Campbell ain't going to take one, is he? Anyone in reserves that needs one? No, the resis are all really good. Basic wage then. Mbappe is our highest paid player by far. Nemeth is second. NATO. Badishile is there. I mean, you can see we've got some really big fuck off wages. I mean, I dread to think. I mean, you've got to think to yourself now. We have still got £23 million in the bank, which we're going to need because our wage bill, as you can see, total squad £1.8 million per week. Yeah. So I was going to free up some of the listed players that I've got, but I'm not going to now in the hope that I might get a few £1 million for them here, there, and everywhere. So a very convincing start to the season. What else can I say? So in terms of auto value, Mbappe is our main man easily now by far. I mean, what? I just look at him. Let's see how well he's done. I mean, this. I've got the French League open. If you look at season 5, so last season. I mean, even this season, he had 5 games. Look at that, 5 games, 5 goals, 5 Man of the Match awards. But he was unhappy with his manager, so Salford swooped in there and paid a quid or two. So 56 goals. You know, he's absolute bollocks. You know, and he's going to be 29. You know, I'm actually really quite excited about that. In an ideal world, I'd like to have got Haaland as well. Haaland just ahead of Mbappe, but not going to happen. Okay, guys, that is it. Anything you want to add, anything you want to know, anything you want to critique, go for it. And until next time from me, guys, it's take it easy.